What's up, everybody? I've been playing this game called Smite for a fair while now. Back when it came out on PC originally, and transferred over to Xbox since then. And I've still been playing it, and people will occasionally sort of ask me what it is, and when they've tried it, they've struggled to get into it because it's been out a while. There are a lot of gods in here, so it can be quite hard to get into. So I wanted to kind of do a little bit of maybe a basic overview video, and maybe even do a series of them, and we'll sort of see how they go. So this is Smite on Xbox. It's available on PS4 and PC as well. Most of what I talk about will be applicable to all three formats. It shouldn't change much, maybe just sort of the controls and that sort of thing. But I'll try and cover as much as I can. And I think this video will kind of focus on sort of the UI, the game, where to get information in the game, and probably won't actually even touch playing the game in this video, but we'll do some follow-up videos with those as well. So without further ado, alright, so we're logging in here. We clicked A. You can press Y to choose a different profile if you prefer, like a different gamer tag. Once it logs in, it should bring up the main screen. So here we go, here's the main screen. Usually when you log in for the first time in the day, you get a login bonus. And I think if we give it a moment, that should pop up on screen. Here we go. So for logging in each day, you get yourself a daily reward. In 7 consecutive days, you get an ever-increasing reward. So first day, you get some favour, 75. Tomorrow, I'll get 125. And it'll progress until day 6 and 7, where you get some gems. Favours used, and we'll touch on this in a bit. Favours used to kind of purchase sort of the free stuff. You do earn the favour as you play. The gems you have to purchase, but you do get 50 free a week if you log in every single day. So over a month you can get yourself 200, which is enough to purchase some premium content. Smite itself is absolutely free to download, doesn't cost you a penny, apart from any data or whatever. And there are obviously free to play type purchases available in game, so gems being the example there. So if we press A, we should be able to claim our daily reward. There we go, Smite Favour 75. Click A to continue. So this video, I think we'll just kind of cover some of the basics, and we won't probably actually get down to playing, but I thought it kind of would be quite good to kind of go through the interface and kind of explain it for you. So the obvious option here would be to click play, which is this. You can sort of see these squares are all kind of like buttons to different things. We'll go through each of them quickly. So play is the obvious one. If you want to kind of play a game, jump straight into here. I think when you first start, you'll be forced to do the training tab, which is this one here, and you'll have to work your way through these. I'd say it's worth doing. It's a little bit tedious, maybe, especially if you've probably done it before, but I think it's worth giving them a go, because it kind of explains the basic controls, what kind of the idea behind these game modes is, and then the jungle practice it doesn't cover, but that's literally good for testing out gods and modes and all the abilities and that sort of thing. We'll press B and we'll go back out. We've got other modes. So first this is kind of your standard sort of casual queues. So you've got your different game modes here. I think what we'll probably do a separate video on all the game modes and the maps and everything. So we'll go through these, but that's your casual queues. Co-op versus AI. This is kind of like this is where you play with other players, but you're just facing against AI controlled enemies. So it tends to be relatively easy. I wouldn't kind of take it easy on them, but yeah, for the most part you should be fine. And that's quite good for practicing as well, to get yourself sort of all leveled up. Ranked. To play ranked, you need to be level 30 at the very least. So we'll kind of cover that as well in a bit. And I believe 10 gods mastered. I'll have to double check that, but I believe it's 10 gods mastered, which means you basically just need to play them sufficiently enough to level them up once. So each of the gods can be leveled, but we'll cover that. Custom matches. This allows you to create your own sort of custom match. If you want to play just one-on-one against a friend or a group of friends or whatever, you can do that. One thing to point out here on the main screen is at the top right hand corner, every week you unlock 4 slots in this bit here. So 4 potential chests that you can unlock that contains some goodies. So it could be skins, it could be emotes, it could be all sorts. And you get those for the wins. So you get a win every Tuesday, they reset, you unlock all 4 slots, And then for the next 4 wins, you get a chest. You get a full row, so you sort of see the blue bar. When that's full, you get the best chest, and that gets you the option to get the big-headed Cupid skin. I'm not sure if this is due to change at any point, but there you go. You sort of see that each thing contains something better. So for every 20 winners chests you unlock, you get a godlike chest. So that potentially takes 5 weeks to unlock, but you can use gems or favour to unlock additional slots. So you can do it faster. You just have to spend gems or favour to unlock those slots to get those 20 chests. So back out to the main menu. This first tab on the top here kind of cycles through the different offers they have going on at the time. So you can use the right bumper to kind of switch between those. Anything that's going on, they'll highlight there. First tab down here is Store. Clicking into there, you can kind of see the featured offers. So as I say, Smite is free to play. You don't pay a penny to download the game, but obviously they offer things that you can purchase in game, and none of it is pay to win. It's all cosmetic. So, for example, one of the biggest things they offer is the God Pack. It's 20 something pound, and it unlocks all the gods. So the gods themselves, you get a free rotation. You can play with 5 standard gods. They're always available, and every week or every couple of weeks they'll rotate in 5 different gods. So there's over 90 gods at the moment, so you only really got access to 10 at any one point. And if you purchase the god pack, you get the gods forever. You get the gods forever. You also get any future gods. So if they bring out a new god, which they do every sort of couple of weeks, every month, and they bring out a new god, you'll get that as well. So it's worth it. So you can sort of click around here to choose any of these special offers. RB again to switch over. So you can sort of see all the different gods here that are available. So you can go in, and as I say, so before, with the favourite points you got when you logged in, if you earn enough, these become purchasable. Now they all show as owned for me because I got the god pack. But if you didn't have the god pack, you would see a gem cost or a favour cost. And you could use your in-game currency to purchase and unlock them. You can pay less favour to just rent them and unlock them temporarily for 1 game, for 2 games, whatever. For completing certain achievements, you get them unlocked as well. So it's worth kind of playing through. Next tab along is skins. So they do release skins that you can purchase using gems. So gems, we'll touch on in a second, but you can purchase them and you can purchase skins. You can see some of them you can also use favourite instead. So you don't need both of those things that you see listed underneath each of the skins. I'm what you call a whale, so I pretty much purchased every single skin available. So all that you can see on screen at the moment are the mastery skins. So these are the skins, the gold, legendary and diamond skins that you can get for sort of leveling up your gods, and you can only buy them once you've leveled them up, sort of thing. So, but they'll appear here, and you can pick and choose some that you want. Obviously, choose ones for specific gods that you prefer. So you can pick and choose. A lot of the gods, a lot of the chests, a lot of the skins only appear in chests. So if we RB across, you can see there are some chests. So these are like loot boxes. Each loot box contains a certain amount of items. You purchase them using gems, as you can see on the right hand side, and then they unlock randomly one of the items in that box. So you can sort of see Bubblicious contains 60 items. I already contain all of them. As I said before, I spend a silly amount of money on this game, but that's my issue. And these are some of the skins that are included in this box, along with obviously another 54 items in there. So for 300 gems you unlock one of those, and it'll give you a random item, and you can kind of flick through, and they do kind of vary these chests. They don't, you can still see at the top of the screen where it says above the law, this is available for 11 days and 1 hour. And then they'll take the chest away, and they may bring it back at another time. Some chests are just limited, and you can only access them at certain times of the year or only once. So it's worth kind of checking. Some of them, the chests are on offer. You get a discount on them. Are any of these on offer? No, none of these are on offer. I imagine the Valentine's one might be on offer soon, given it's getting close to Valentine's. RB across again, and you get things called bundles. So these are bundles of things together. So they quite often say they'll have a pack of similar items together that you can purchase for a slightly discounted price. So they'll be there. RB again. This is where these are some other downloadable items that you can purchase. So you've got things like avatars, which is the little picture you'll see in the top left-hand corner of my screen. Ward skins. We'll explain what wards are in a future video, but they're basically they give you vision on the map when you're playing, and you can customize how they look. Announcers, that's an announcer pack. So during the game, when somebody gets killed or some play gets called out, you can change the voice pack there. Loading frames, when the loading screen comes up when you're going into a game, you have the portrait of your character that you're playing, and you can change the frame around that. Pedestals, so when you're in the God Select screen, there's a platform that your character stands on. You can customize that. Global emotes in game, you can press a combination of buttons. We'll go over in the VGS system at a later date, but you can kind of activate a little sort of pop-up that appears above your character's head that does various things, like says GG, or puts a dagger in the air, or says RIP, or something like that, big flashy thing. Music themes in game, there's different music, so you can get different music packs. Boosters, these boost, we can click into this, I guess. You can apply these. I've got 23 days 47 minutes left on my booster, but this boosts your favor and experience and that sort of thing in game, so it's worth it. These sometimes are on offer as well, so it's worth keeping an eye out for them. It just kind of speeds your progress into the game. And then if we press again, redeemable codes. So I think if you follow them on, I think is it Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube and various other sites, if you follow them, they'll give you a code, and you can come in here and unlock some free skins. You can also press Y to buy gems. So you can sort of see these are UK prices, so in pounds, but you can kind of see how much they cost. Quite a lot of skins, maybe are about between 2 and 600 gems mostly. So you're probably paying up to what's that, about probably 9 quid. No, 9 quid for a skin sometimes, for some of the premium skins. But some of the cheap skins are 200 gems, which is still £3.59. But it is obviously best value to get the bigger packs, which is expensive, £70. But quite often, well, I say quite often, they'll do sales, so they're not like 30, 40, 50% off or whatever's going on. So it's kind of worth waiting for that. If we press B to get back out of this menu again, down here we have adventures. So they're coming soon. There's no active adventures at the moment, but they're kind of like things outside of the norm. They're not part of the normal game modes. They've been things like kart racing, or capture the flag, or sort of PvE type stuff where you're kind of killing waves and hordes of monsters and that sort of thing. I know there is a horde mode coming soon, but as part of that, you can purchase little packs, like bundles, unlock certain features in these adventures and exclusive skins. So it's worth having a look at that when one of those come available. Reward Center, you've kind of seen briefly before, so that contains obviously things that you've been rewarded, so your daily rewards. Also any chests that you unlock, so you sometimes by completing things like in the adventures and that sort of thing, you can unlock a chest, then you would come here to be able to open them. I can't open any of these ones because I have everything in them. I'm not going to open those because all they give me is boosters, and I've got enough boosters. I'll hold on to those until another day. Press B to get back out. Ragnarok, this tile quite often changes. At the moment it's a Ragnarok event going on, so once again there will be 3 bundles, I think costing 750 gems, to get released over the next sort of 3 patches, and as part of that you get a couple of skins, a theme, a music theme, a loading skin, and a key. If you get all 3 keys, you unlock that Hades skin on the right hand side, and that's exclusive to this collection. So if you don't do this, you'll never get that skin. So but you don't have to do them. There are quests that you can do. I believe you can do these quests regardless, and you get some free chests. So it's worth keeping an eye on these sort of things. As I say, you don't have to buy any of these. They're all just cosmetic. They don't mean anything other than how your character looks in game. So look, you can make Camazot look like a brimstone beast, so he looks a bit more volcanic. It's quite cool. Alright, season ticket. Here's an interesting one. This tab is, so every year Smite does a little bit of an update. They reset their sort of pro league activities and start their pro league again. Hello Thanatos. So if you kind of purchase the season tickets, they split into splits. I believe we get 3, I think. And as part of those, you unlock certain skins, certain items, and by playing games, you get fantasy points. Those fantasy points can be used to purchase things in the store and unlock rewards. So you sort of see here, there's rewards that unlocks. You sort of see how much fantasy points you have. It means you get more unlocks. It goes all the way to the end, and they're yet to announce all these different things until you get to this exclusive Thanatos skin. And exclusive means this is the only way you get it. They'll never offer it in another place in another way. If we go back, there's also quests you can do. So it'd be things like kill so many enemies, do so many whatever, get so much damage, that sort of thing. So you sort of see my progression towards it already, and that unlocks fancy points as well. I believe this weekend actually they're going to offer double fancy reward points as well, so which would be quite good. There's also a store with this one as well, so you can spend your fantasy points as and when you sort of earn enough, you can unlock some. As you see, I've got some unlocked already through spending my fantasy points, and there are more skins to come. These are kind of recolors of existing skins. Bit of a cheat maybe, but they're quite cool anyway. Quite cool to have some variations in some of these skins, especially the Aphrodite skin. That's pretty cool. I like them. And then there's just a tab that can kind of tell you about it. I'll let you read that if you're interested. Right, final 6 tabs here. I've got profile. So in profile, if we click on it, there we go. It'll load kind of, your stats. You can sort of see top left hand corner, you can see your level, how many diamond gods you got. That basically means leveling them up to level 10. How many gods you've mastered, and your honor. So when you leave games, you can sort of see the little love hearts. If you stick games out, you don't just quit them and that sort of thing. You keep it 100%. Obviously, if you see people quitting, they will lose that, and I think they get matched together. That sort of thing. So you can see your main stats here. So you can sort of see there's 93 gods available. I have 572 skins, 73 war skins, and 114 other things. And that could be various things. So you can click through, and there's various stats and stuff here. You can see accolades. So these are kind of like your rewards and whatever for achieving certain things. Killing spree of 3 kills, 687 of those I have, and so on. Awards, so a bit like achievements as well. You get these for doing various things. A lot of them do unlock achievements, and they're worth kind of keeping an eye on, tracking a few. You'll see them pop up as achievements, obviously. In history, here's a list of kind of your previous games. As you can see, I'm a bit of a Medusa spree at the moment. We're trying to get her to level 10. She's level 9, almost there. So I'm going to crack on. Doing quite well, winning most of those games. If we scroll down, I'm sure there's more wins there. Yep, there you go. Worshippers. So as you play gods, you get worshippers, and it's like a currency specifically that you earn for the gods themselves. And each god, as you play them, they unlock a rank. So I think the first one is when you get 50 points, 50 worshippers, you unlock rank 1, which then enables you to be allowed to purchase the first gold skin. If you want to unlock it, get to level 5, you can purchase the second gold skin, legendary one, and then if you get to level 10, you can purchase the diamond skin to go with that god that you've unlocked. So you can sort of see I've got 4 at level 10, 1 at level 9, and then you can sort of see the kind of characters that I favour. I like the mages and maybe the ADCs, but we'll go into what those are another time. Ranked, you can sort of see your rank. Did I even play season 2? Look, season 2. Look, geez, yeah. I think that was the only season I ever played into. I went straight into Platinum 5 after just qualifying. That was it. I didn't play again. But I think this season I might play it a bit more. So you can see your ranking there, and also you can see diamonds, So diamond gods, so gods you got to level 10. As you get them to level 10, you do unlock rewards as well. So you can sort of see I've already got the recall skin for getting 1 to level 10, and if I get that Medusa up to level 10 as well, I'll unlock 5 gods, which will mean I'll get a global emote that's exclusive just to ranking up gods, which is quite cool. Referring a friend. If you refer a friend, you can get some bonus points for playing together and that sort of thing. It's kind of worth doing. You just refer people and play with them. There's skins to unlock there as well. Account info. I'm obviously going to blank out that page. But if you do link your Xbox account to your Smite account, you can unlock an exclusive Zeus skin. So a free skin just for linking your 2 accounts. So linking your Twitch accounts and that sort of thing, you put those in there as well. Alright, and down to avatar. And in avatars, these are obvious. These are the things that you've unlocked, and they go as the little icon top left hand corner of your screen, and also appear on the loading screens and that sort of thing. War skins, you can see what war skins you got, see what loading frames you got, see what pedestals, announce packs, global emotes, jump stamps, music themes, recall skins. Recall skin is where you go back to base, press down on the D-pad, and it kind of that appears on the floor around you. HUD theme is kind of the UI in-game. It changes how it looks. Loading screen is the picture on the back of the loading screen. Fountain skin, so when you kind of appear in the fountain, it does this effect. Level up skin, when your character levels up, a certain effect will appear. You can use it. As I say, these are all sort of purchasable. They're all just cosmetic, don't mean anything. You could just have it blank. And then boosters, you can see how long you've got boosters. And there are various boosters up here that you can earn in various ways, like boosting worshippers, favour. Skins is a new one, which allows people, everyone in your team, to use any skin. Any sort of non-exclusive skin. Fancy points booster and XP booster. So they're worth holding on to and using with your friends and that sort of thing. Let's go back out. And where are we now? So you've got ranked. This is where a bit more information about sort of the ranked games you've played. There's certain rewards you can get for playing ranked, and then sort of information and overview sort of thing. So for a starter, you probably won't go into that. I think as I play a bit more ranked, maybe I'll do a bit more ranked video on that sort of thing. Quests, you get weekly, daily and event type quests. So it can be anything from play a party with a friend, get some favour. Play 3 games as an Egyptian god, get some favour. You can sort of see the rewards, and they automatically unlock. Sometimes you'll unlock a new one straight away, or you might have to wait a week to get some more. So you can sort of see there's various ones, and they're all tracked here just in case you need to know what you're doing. It's an easy way of getting some free gems and a little bit of extra favour. Gods, obvious one, this one. So this is all the gods. On the left hand side you can click all, and then just literally the latest god is always, the newest one is always there front and centre. And then you can just flick through, find a god that you want to have a look at, and we'll click on Ra, click on them, and then you can just learn a little bit more about them, see what skins are available that you've unlocked for them. There's voice packs as well, so every god, if you in-game, you can do sort of certain emotes and they will sort of joke and say certain lines, but sort of you can call out things like, you know, enemy missing from certain lanes, that sort of thing. There is a default voice pack, but you can unlock one that represents the character that you're playing as well. Emotes, once they're customizable thing again, purchasable. You can like wave and dance and do all sorts of things there. A list and details of all the abilities. So if you want to kind of study it, have a little look what all the abilities do on the gods, you can come in here. They're sort of base stats, so you can sort of compare them to other gods. Any rewards for getting certain things with certain gods. More information about the lore. Your stats, wins, losses with gods listed there. An ability builder, that's quite good for sort of, you have 4 abilities in game. As you level up, you can level up the abilities, and by using this, you can set it so it automatically applies the level ups to those abilities in whichever order you want. And the same kind of goes for item builder. So in game, you purchase items for your character with in-game gold as you play the game, and you can sort of set it to automatically purchase certain items. So if you see somebody using a good build, you might want to copy it, make a note of it in here, and it will appear in game, either purchased automatically, or you can select it from a menu in the game as well. So there's the guards. You can sort of see 3 rotations here. So I think the default ones are, is it Neith, Guan Yu, Ra, Thor, and Ymir are the default ones. So the bonus ones this week are Alquang, Apollo, Bastet, Geb, and Ravana. So as I sort of said before, you do get those 5 basic ones all the time, and then they rotate in 5. You sort of see those there, and then you can see just sort of by owned or by different categories. So you got your assassin gods, which tend to be melee, so they have to get up close and punch things, but they do high single target damage. But they tend to be quite squishy, so they don't tend to have a lot of HP, but they will just melt people if they can get hold of them. Guardians are tankier, do less damage, but can take a lot of damage. And they tend to have a lot of CC, so crowd control. They tend to be able to just, knock you up or knock you back or make you drunk like Bacchus or all that sort of stuff. Hunters, they tend to be not melee, sort of ranged attackers, so they shoot. But they will shoot sort of arrows, bullets, or whatever they've got. I think most of them got arrows, to be fair. And they rely on those. So they don't tend to do a lot of damage early on, but late game they will be hitting hard with those auto attacks. Some of them rely more on their auto attacks. Some of them rely a bit more on their abilities. It does depend on them for the most part, but they are sort of heavy hitters late game. So they're your carries, your ADCs, your DPS characters. Mages are also DPS. They tend to be quite squishy, but they tend to be kind of sort of area of effect gods. So they tend to have bigger hit markers, rely a lot more on their abilities than compared to a hunter and auto attacking. A few of them do favour some auto attacks, have abilities that do favour them, but for the most part it's sort of area of effect damage and using abilities more than anything else. And warriors are kind of like your hybrid between sort of your assassin and your guardian. So they do good damage, good defense, but not as good as the other two sort of things. So you can kind of build them a bit more as a bruiser. They tend to be your sort of initiators, or sort of they'll chase people down, that sort of thing. And we'll kind of go into kind of why and what lanes and roles they play another video. If we press B to go out. What else we've got? Last couple of ones, we've got learn. So in here you've got some tutorials, some videos, some links to YouTube videos, that sort of thing, where you can kind of high-res themselves have provided some information for you, so you can kind of have a little look at that. Worth having a look. I mean, if you've never played it before, by all means, have a go. And finally down here we have clans. So you can join a clan. It basically means you get certain bonuses for playing together. It's just like any other game. You can team up in the same clan. There's a clan store with a few exclusive items. There's certain shadow skins, they call them. And you get honor points when you play either together. You do get some honor points when you play on your own, but if you play with clanmates you get more. And you can unlock these different skins, and a lot of these are recolors, and you can purchase the recolor skins with favor points, which is the free currency, but you can use these honor points as well if you wanted to. You can use these menus to find clans and leave clans and that sort of thing. So I think that's the most part of it. Probably one of the options to cover it is just the options. By pressing Y on the main menu, you go to options. And here you can kind of change the controller. I think by default it is set to one of these. I can't remember which one it's set to. I prefer Challenger. That's how I've always played it. So it might be an option that you might want to just jump into the menu, the options, and hit Y and change that to Challenger. And then every video I talk about will make sense because I'll be talking through those controls. But play with it, whatever's best for you. Then there's more controls around gameplay sensitivity, video and audio. Plus we've got some changes you can make to the sort of the in-game UI, how you want certain things to target, and when you're in spectator mode, which we won't go into in this video, but you can change the controls there. So B to back out again. There's probably actually two other options. So you press the back button, or is it, I can't remember what it's called these days, but the two little box button, it's a little notification window that lets you know about all different things that have gone on, anything you've unlocked, any achievements, they'll appear here, so you can sort of keep a rein on them. If you press start, you can go to the social tab, and you can see your friends who are online. You can use RB to see who's online in your clan, and in the left hand side you can set up a party of up to 5 friends, and it depends on what game mode it is. Depends on how many you can actually play in a game at a time. So I think, I'm just trying to think, is that everything? Is that everything you probably need to know from a start to 10? Start for half an hour or however long it's been me chatting away about Smite's menus. Hopefully it's been informative. Maybe you've just been listening to this in your background. Maybe you haven't had to watch it. But do let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else you want to see. If this is of interest to people. I think I'm kind of maybe putting this out here for people that whoever I talk to and see me play it want to know a bit more. It's more for them. But if it does help you, kind of explains it a little bit, because I can appreciate this can be probably a little bit daunting jumping into this menu on day one and wondering what the hell's going on. That's hopefully helped. Let me know down below if there's anything specific you want to know, what you thought about it, if you want to see anything specific, and stay tuned, and hopefully I'll do a few more Smite videos. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button to be notified whenever I do another video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Carry on being remarkable. Goodbye.